Okay, we're doing another loss. Ethan lied to everyone. Is taken up to iDubbbz court. Yeah. Okay.
Ian
iDubbbz said in one of his streams that Ethan did not drop the lawsuit. Nicholas Urio has his own theories on this. I'm gonna watch a little bit of his stuff, but yeah, I don't know what the fuck is going on. If Ethan did all this just to Ethan's turned villain, man, if this is true, but we'll see what people are saying right now. I know, Venus, goddammit. Okay, I'm restarting the map.
Hey guys, so out of nowhere, it looks like Ian is still being sued by Ethan Klein.
So here is the news. Here's the important news. Number one, Ethan Klein has not dropped the lawsuit.
Now, upon initial assessment as to the apology, and then what acceptance of the apology, and even beyond that, the fact that Ethan Klein did drop his defamation lawsuit against Noah Samson, who didn't say as nice things and did not apologize in the least bit. If anything, Noah Samson doubled down. I assumed that what he did for Noah Samson, essentially just dropping the lawsuit.
Autumnleaves, fuck off. What are you doing? Why did you subscribe to my channel? I've seen your comments. You hate everything about it. Why are you here, Sweet Pea?
Was what he was going to do for
and I don't
Ian
see
or iDubbbz.
Anything about Lust is compromised. He seems pretty objective.
And Ian says the lawsuit has not been dropped, confirms court dates, deadline have been set. Ethan then responds and says the lawsuit is stuck in settlement negotiations. I did not think they were doing settlement negotiations. I thought the structure would be more similar to Noah, where you just simply drop the lawsuit and that's that. Ethan says Ian and Anissa do not.
My one condition for totally dropping is so laughably small and easy that you will realize that Ian and Anissa are just doing this for attention. I'm going to respect the Canadian legal system and not talk about the ongoing negotiations. But if you knew what I asked for you, you would laugh at how silly it is. The truth is we already signed an agreement which they have reneged on and are trying to pull a fast one. So this hearing is for a judge to decide if they upheld their side of the agreement. So, okay, I want Les to explain this. I mean, apparently, legally, I mean, I don't know how it works if you're talking to Canadians, but, and how that back and forth works between the two, different legal systems. But I thought if you just could drop a lawsuit, you could just drop a lawsuit. I didn't know a judge has to actually oversee if you could drop that lawsuit. So that's, I mean, if that's a thing, I don't fucking know.
Uphold an agreement they already signed, resulting in the lawsuit continuing for the time being.
No, I heard all comments that I think are funny. Have you seen the comments on my videos? I also heard a comment saying that, like, I should get murdered and that I'm a closeted trans person. Like, it's just me not giving a shit. Thinks it's funny.
Now, there are options to drop the claim in the Canadian court. Notice of withdrawal. Plaintiff can file this to notify the court that a settlement mediation took place, and it will be handled as such. Notice of discontinuance. Plaintiffs can file this to notify the court they are dropping the claim against the defendant, but plaintiff may be responsible for defendant's attorney fees. iDubbbz lawsuit, my one condition for totally dropping it, so laughably small and easy for you, will realize that Ian and Anissa are just doing this for attention. I'm going to respect the Canadian legal system and not talk about ongoing negotiations, but if you knew what I asked for you, would laugh at how silly it is. The truth is we already signed an agreement which they have reneged on and are trying to pull a fast one, so this hearing is for a judge to decide if they held their...
I hope that's true.
...their side of their agreement. They didn't.
My guess is that I don't think that iDubbbz is lying when he made that video saying that Ethan never dropped the lawsuit. I legit just don't think iDubbbz understands what's going on. I think the guy's just a little bit lost. I think he's gotten a few notices in the mail that says, like, hey, you have to come to this court date, blah, blah, blah. And to him, that means that this is still active, this is still a thing, not that this is just part of the like the concluding process or something. Because it sounds like to this is just maybe, hopefully, the concluding process of the lawsuit. And that Ethan is dropping it. A judge has to just oversee its end or some shit like that. I hope that's what it is. I wonder if iDubbbz has said anything since then.
Now, the counter is Ian and Anissa doing this for more attention to help Ian's streamer career that's not going so well? Are they the ones drawing this out? Ethan's response to it was pretty interesting as well. He says that there is something small, or that they didn't uphold the agreement they already signed, resulting in, so it looks like they already signed the agreement and they simply didn't uphold it, and that's why he's pursuing a court date.
We wanted to read some of the general reception around this.
Oh, so they missed just some kind of fucking signature that they needed to do to get the internet authorized, and now you got caught scoring manipulative behavior. What is going on? So he did it.
News. Tipster says, negotiating the terms of settlement is not dropping the lawsuit. You like to get the internet off your ass, and now you got caught. Scummy, manipulative behavior. I'm really glad we got Tipster's take on this. I know everyone was holding their breath to hear what her thoughts are. And we're still missing some information, but I see how this looks scummy to people on the internet who just think the lawsuit disappears when you ask your lawyer to drop the lawsuit. Now we have the H3 Reddit replying to Ethan's story, speculating and discussing what Ethan's small condition could be, with the top comment suggesting it was Anissa who was the one who threw a wrench in backing out on any agreements.
I would believe that Anissa would just throw in some bullshit to keep the drama up. I don't think iDubbbz would. I think iDubbbz is genuinely confused, but I would not be surprised if Anissa is just trying to, if Ethan really did drop the lawsuit and this is just like the final parts of it, then Anissa would just want to keep ramping up the victim story, unless it's the other side and Ethan really is pulling a fast one, which would be fucking evil. I don't know, but let's see.
And over on Leftovers, the comments are also speculating on what the disagreement could be. This user thinks Ian's apology was perceived as inadequate, or Ethan will be demanding the content cop be taken down as part of the apology. So it looks like everyone on both sides is looking forward to see what this missing piece of information is. So let us know what you think it is in the comments. Also, another story was posted on Ethan's Instagram after Tony recorded this video. But essentially it's saying that Ethan has signed to an agreement to drop the lawsuit, and is saying that this agreement is over a matter not involving money or an additional apology. So maybe we'll see what this is.
Now what is it about then? What's the agreement about? We have signed an agreement with They completely reneged. Okay, so they didn't. So it's waiting on a judge's decision? Oh, no. Being intentionally vague to make people think it's still going when it's basically already over. But they already signed and it's over, a matter that is for the good sake of everyone involved. It's not an apology or demand for money or anything. It's one tiny thing that they already signed and agreed to. What's the tiny thing? I want to know what the tiny thing is.
In the coming days. Now back to Tony.
I will say I don't like this lawsuit. I never really so I know that Ethan can win this lawsuit. It's clear he can win the lawsuit. Now there seems to be a breach of contract. Whatever Anissa or Ian said might have breached the contract or something they did. I don't have.
Okay. Then they're very, very dumb. I think iDubbbz is just dumb. I think Anissa is probably being a little manipulative if what Ethan says is true. But I think iDubbbz just is confused.
Access to the contract, so I couldn't tell you what it was. I just don't.
Yeah, I want to know what the thing is.
Defamation lawsuits. Recently, CoffeeZilla and Logan Paul settled. It rarely ever goes to trial. It's just so hard to prove.
They settled? I want to know what that fucking settlement was, dude. Logan Paul is like the epitome of fucking rich boy evil.
It's so hard to prove like what somebody's thinking. Malice, right? Even after I think a year or two, Logan Paul still couldn't prove the very basics of malice. I hope that we can live in a society where we don't have to double down all the time because we're afraid of being sued to oblivion.
Yeah, I think like 3 times I've said, this is in my opinion.
And we can just
There's fucking YouTube, man. Like, I want to be a dick.
honestly say, you know what, my bad. I made a mistake. Here's my genuine apology. And then somebody else can accept it. We don't want to involve lawyers. We don't want to involve judges. We don't want to have lawyers charging hundreds of thousands of dollars. I don't know. I look at these defamation cases and I just see a waste of money. I see a waste of money 99% of the time. Anyway, let me know if you guys agree or disagree.
And also, Ethan's having some spiteful fun. It's also just pure spite.
Me in the comment section. So on this particular issue at this particular time, given all the facts that have come out, I would wish that Ethan would just simply drop it. Whatever the breach of contract is, if it's a small thing, just drop it.
Thank you to our
I want to
1
know
month
what
and
that
older-
fucking... Okay, so it's all hinging on a breach of contract. So it's all depending on them agreeing to this one additional thing that apparently they already signed off on or some shit. I want to know what the thing is. I want to know that. That would be cool. I gotta get my bearings here. I gotta make sure they got my fucking Ugh! I have these things when I'm starting to build the cities. I need it evenly spaced in between, or it really fucking freaks me out. So I'm just needing a second to map this out. Fuck! I forgot them! Okay, alright. I need a doctor. Haven't built any food yet. That's an issue. And then I need to build a fort. I know, guys. Fuck you. Okay, I'm gonna build a fort. I'm building a fort. When did the first... Was it up here? Okay. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. And already I ran out of money? How the fuck did that happen? Okay. You build winery, farm. Okay. Then iron mine. So I have some weapons. Then need to build a barracks to train my dudes. Get the road crooked. That's gonna freak me out, so I need to redo that again because I'm crazy. No, I want it on the other side. See, this is why I run out of money so fast, because I keep redoing everything because I'm fucking nuts. I just need to even this out. Make everything clean. Clean. Okay. Okay. Food, doctor, prefectures, engineer's post. I have my gods taken care of. I built a fort. I built my weapons stuff. Built a barracks. Okay, all right.
Members: Floppy, Serotonin, Thick Like a Brick, Monkey.
The fuck is this? It's typically the accusers of TDS, HDS that are afflicted. What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about, Monty. I have no idea what those acronyms stand for. Sweetness. Okay. Let's watch Internet Versus, see what they're saying. And
It
then we'll
hurts
watch
him. I don't even
Let's see what Dickers said.
Over the weekend, a scuffle happened between iDubbbz and Ethan
All right,
Klein,
Internet
where
versus.
Ian accused Ethan of not actually dropping the lawsuit against him, despite Ethan promising to do so if Ian gave him a genuine apology. Ian claimed that there is now an upcoming court date, with EDSA also jumping to Twitter to say that these steps are costing them money, and that Ethan wasn't honest in his claim that the lawsuit would be dropped entirely. Ethan went to Instagram to respond, saying that Ian is
God, I think EDSA might be totally fucking them over if they really just have to do that one last thing. Hassan derangement syndrome. Oh, I need to get with the times.
misunderstanding the process of settling the lawsuits.
Girls, don't fight, okay? It doesn't matter. It doesn't. None of this matters. These are people we don't know, and they're probably all assholes in the end. We're all deranged in some way.
And that they're just reneging a specific situation that Ian already signed an agreement about, causing a bunch of back and forth between himself and EDSA on Twitter. But there's lots to get into, so let's just jump in. Welcome.
Wait,
to
what's
the internet.
the T? What's TDS? Who does that stand for? What? Who's T? Not Tectone. Ta.
Versus
Who's T?
the iDubbbz lawsuit revival. It starts when Yeet posted this clip with the caption, iDubbbz reveals Ethan Klein has not dropped his lawsuit against him.
Number one, Ethan Klein has
I forgot to make a market. That was my
not
last
dropped
thing.
the lawsuit. Number two, we've been
Oh, Trump. I'm fucking retarded. Yeah, there's no such thing as Trump derangement syndrome. I'm sorry, but I can't get with you on that one. There is no way in the world. If there is a Trump derangement syndrome, there is the derangement that you don't see the problem with Trump. Like, Monty, my love. Like, it's the other end. If you could actually watch the shit that man is doing, and you think it's cool and totally normal, I think that's it. I think that's the derangement. I can't back you up on that one.
actively dealing with it for the
Do
past.
I like Hassan? Fuck no. Does not mean in any way, that means I'm a fucking Trump supporter, dude. There's a lot of wiggle room between those two sides, okay?
Last couple of months. Number three, I'm bringing it up now.
In general, I lean left. I think Hassan is just way too left and is fucking a communist propagandist and nuts. And Trump is obviously on the other side, way too right. And I do think he's worse. Just, I don't like crazy extremists. Can we just leave it at that? I don't like crazy extremists that make people go batshit crazy. I didn't hear the Arsler. Retarded?
Now because now we have court dates, basically. And so, you know, it's becoming a lot more real. I'm not particularly surprised, but I am disappointed. There really isn't much else I can say about the matter right now because, you know.
I really hope he's just confused. I wouldn't be surprised if he's just confused. I think iDubbbz is in general kind of lost.
No.
So
It's
hopefully
legal.
that's what this is too.
It's legal, so I'm not going to be answering any questions in chat related to it.
And Super Nintendo Chalmers replies, maybe Ethan will let iDubbbz try that genuine apology over again, but this time without calling him a bully and going on about how much he hate him. Big Bungie quotes the clip by saying, iDubbbz
See, that's the problem. Maybe Ethan will let iDubbbz try that genuine apology over again, this time without calling him a bully and going on how much he hate him. iDubbbz has every right to say that about Ethan. He was apologizing for that sick shit that was posted about his kids. He has every right to have an opinion that Ethan's a fucking bully. So, no, I wouldn't agree with that at all, that he's, like, owed Ethan that. I thought it's like I think iDubbbz is a moron, and I think he's like a spineless little bitch, little dweeb. But his apology was fine. I actually thought it took a lot of dignity because he was like, I shouldn't have said that about Ethan's kids. That was gross. I shouldn't have hopped on that fucking wagon. But I don't like Ethan, and I'm not going to say I like Ethan. I thought his apology was actually really good.
And without calling him a bully and going on about how much he hates him, Big Bungie quotes the clip by saying, iDubbbz has miraculously been given a second chance to fight.
iDubbbz, you're a Hassan supporter? I would have never thought. What a
the lawsuit
surprise.
and save his career.
God damn it!
Dr.
Kill him,
Daka
kill him,
quotes
kill
the
him,
clip
kill
by
him, kill him,
saying,
kill him.
all he has to do is return to the US, but he's too woke and poor to do it. Monkey Bean says, I don't believe anything Ian says
Damn
because
it.
he's incredibly stupid and a liar.
Okay, you guys... You guys stop distracting me. I gotta replay. Okay, I'm replaying the map one more time. Because now I have to. Alright. Alright, okay. Girls, stop fighting. And I'm gonna replay this map. And we're all gonna have a good time together despite our differences. Okay? Alright, my sweet, precious baby birds. Okay, okay, okay.
So, Hasanabi Productions fan account also posts about
I don't support Destiny. I do not even think I've sat down and watched a single stream or video of Destiny. Yeah, Destiny made the comment and iDubbbz, like, was just like, I'm gonna just put this, and he made it into his watermark, which was kind of supporting it. It was like a gross thing that he did. But yeah, no, Destiny, I do agree that if Ethan was gonna sue someone, which I mean, again, there's the opinion on whether you ever should sue someone for defamation, even something as egregious as that, then that was the whole thing, is like, why the fuck didn't he target Destiny? And so that was the whole point. It was just like, you're obviously butthurt about iDubbbz, and you're just using that example to go after him. What was I saying? But yeah, it was Destiny's comment, and that was the whole thing, is why he didn't go after Destiny if he wanted to get rid of that. Yeah, anyway. Yeah.
the situation.
I do agree with that, even though I'm not a Destiny supporter. This is what's wrong with people like you, is you think that we all belong to some kind of team here instead of just thinking for ourselves and having just like a individual opinion that doesn't just piggyback on to an internet figure. I am not a fan of any of these people. I just followed the drama because it's fun. And out of all the people I watch, I do not like Hassan at all. I have watched more Hassan than I ever have Destiny. I have literally never sat and watched Destiny's channel. I know very little about the guy, other than, like, I know he's good at debates, and I think politically I'll probably agree with him more than any of these guys. But I'm just not a fan of any of these people. I'm not a part of any kind of fandom group. I'm just a person talking about how funny all these little cat fights are, and how much it obviously influences people like you. Because you don't like anything I'm saying, right? But you literally, you're following all of my videos and leaving batshit little comments, and then you subscribe to my channel to join the chat, even though you obviously don't like me. But you're here. And so I just think that these kind of things are entertaining, how people get so invested. I'm just here for the ride, dude. I'm just here for the ride.
Saying YouTube creator iDubbbz reveals that Ethan Klein lied about dropping his lawsuit against him and has now received an upcoming court date. Ethan previously confirmed he would drop the lawsuit after receiving significant backlash online and an apology from iDubbbz. Then attaching the YouTube comment of Ethan saying that he would drop it with the caption, "It turns out he lied about this and just wanted iDubbbz to make an apology video for nothing." And it's the comment of Ethan saying, "Hi Ian, I appreciate..."
Which would be fucked up if he just wanted to entrap him to, like, try to humble him into making an apology video, but he was still going to do it anyway. That would be fucking dark.
appreciate the thoughtful apology. It means a lot. I've instructed my attorneys to drop the lawsuit entirely. Shitty Places replies,
All right, let's hope that's
the
true.
Israeli
Again.
ceasefire method. And Miller says, absolutely on brand for Ethan. Lol. Palkia says his ego was hurt with the iDubbbz lawsuit and now he's lashing out even more on iDubbbz. The Surfs quote tweets the post by saying, this is all so cruel. Attaching again the comment from Ethan. Audrey quotes the post by saying, okay, at what point are the courts going to hold Ethan Klein accountable for a rampant abuse of the law? What the fuck is this? What will be the line in the sand? What else does that disgusting MF have to do? Steven Asark quote tweets at the post by saying, I can confirm. And Bud says, is he suing you too? And Steven says, not that I'm aware of, but the threat of a lawsuit is keeping me away from covering H3. And Medieval Squidward says, thought you guys had free speech? And Steven says, in theory. J-Stalk quotes the post by saying, at what point does it become concerning that Ethan Klein can't even pretend to be a good person? Downtown Fishing also posted the clip on the Leftovers H3 subreddit with the caption, iDubbbz confirms Ethan Klein lied about dropping lawsuit, and impressive big replies, this is infinitely more embarrassing than if he hadn't said he'd drop the lawsuit. And this isn't take, no hit is, it replies, I agree. Why the fuck did he lie about it and act like such a good guy? Was it to get Noah to apologize in a power move attempt? And Ishak says, because
if he didn't drop the lawsuit, then I think that would essentially be a power move. I think that would be the intention behind it.
Says, yeah, he's trying to have his cake and eat it too. It says he's going to drop the lawsuits publicly to garner forgiveness, waiting for the bad press to blow over, while privately continuing to sue. And Whole 2 Marijuana says, in addition to the other points, Canadian court documents are harder to source for the public, so I think he thought he could still do it and no one would know until it's too late. Also on Leftovers H3, Bolsonaro Presto Amana posted this clip with the caption, on episode 282, Ethan joked about not dropping the lawsuit against iDubbbz and said he could use Ian's apology against him.
I was making, it was wrong. I was angry.
I think so far so good. I'm feeling that I like the admission he's made here. If I was still suing it, that would be a problem for him, but I'm not.
What the fuck?
I mean, but I'm not.
You're not?
Right? That'd be pretty wild if I was just.
What is he? Okay. I really hope he's not being snarky right now. Oh my god, I really hope. That would be so fucked up. That'd be so fucked up.
And now I'm adding this to the complaint.
Substance tweets out this clip with the caption, iDubbbz questions Ethan Klein's calculus and deciding to continue pursuing his lawsuit against iDubbbz after lying about dropping it.
YouTube creator iDubbbz reveals that Ethan Klein lied about dropping his lawsuit against him and now has received an upcoming court date. Ethan previously confirmed he would drop the lawsuit after receiving significant backlash online and an apology from iDubbbz.
I'm not doing good right now. I'm doing worse because I'm still getting.
Has been caught lying 500 times would lie again.
Get him, damn it! Oh, fuck!
So,
I did the lust
what's
thing.
The calculus look like for Ethan Klein exactly? I made this guy make a video apologizing to me. He made the video and it was incredibly earnest, so earnest that I replied to it with, "Hi Ian, I appreciate the thoughtful apology. It means a lot. I've instructed my attorneys to drop the lawsuit entirely." And then you're gonna proceed with the lawsuit anyways?
Yeah, that'd be bad.
Question mark?
That'd be bad.
Your image as a content creator is more important than the destruction of someone else's image. What the fuck is going on?
Wait, you mean that? I mean, this wouldn't do. I mean, if he was still doing a lawsuit, this wouldn't do anything. This would be very, very detrimental to his image. I mean, if he wanted to get the people support, I think this would be the last thing that he would do.
Going on. It has to just be like a vengefulness, right?
Which makes you, I mean, that's what, I think that's why people are convinced that he's like straight up lying because he wants to keep the people
holding a grudge is like drinking
support
poison and expecting it to impact the other person or whatever.
When he's doing something else behind the scenes, which again, I genuinely hope is not true for the sake of everyone. Fuck. No. Being distracted again.
Like this is just this hurts you more than it hurts him. I don't even understand.
Right?
Anissa
No,
also
she's right about
starts
that.
making multiple tweets about the situation, saying, "Sorry
That it
to
would
everyone
hurt
who has
him
to
more.
try and figure out my country's population of the state of California legal system. Extra sorry, it's Alberta law." And Kerna says, "Wait, are there more lawsuits?" And Anissa says, "Same one. It was never dropped." And there's also this tweet, which was in reply to a deleted post, but she says he didn't drop the lawsuit. The apology wasn't enough for him, clearly. Then Yeet posts this clip with the caption, Ethan Klein comments on the iDubbbz lawsuit.
Oh, I guess I'll just comment on this because I see iDubbbz said, I am not dropping the lawsuit. And, well, listen, it's a bunch of technical bullshit. It's just we're in negotiating the terms of the settlement still. And that's it. I don't know. It's what it is. You know what I mean? We're negotiating.
I don't know what that means. What are the terms of the settlement, though? Like, if you're dropping it, I want to know what he's waiting on. Like, what does he need from iDubbbz to finish this off? Because it sounds like, okay, again, what Lust was saying, there's some term that iDubbbz and EDSA are supposed to agree to make this actually over. What is that?
Negotiating the terms of the it's a meeting about the settlement. That's it. That's all it is. Right? So, whatever.
I don't know what that means. And he's not sharing it for a reason. Why he's not telling us.
And Jay Stalk replies, so
Wait, can he tell us?
Lied when he said he was dropping the suit. How many times can this guy just lie to his audience and his peers and get away with it? Substance says negotiating a settlement is not dropping the lawsuit. Red says dropping lawsuit on conditions. Conditions that are negotiated.
What is the condition?
Personally, I hope these pro-palygenocidal freaks will not agree to these conditions and get fanatically ruined. Wake up, tankies. Sleepy quote tweets Eats new clip again, now with the old Ethan comment, saying, I've instructed my attorneys to drop the lawsuit entirely. Now Ethan's talking about settlements. Fuck off. Rye quotes the clip by saying, I'm so glad.
What chick? Like me? My Twitch?
Ethan didn't cuck out on this. Dickers also posts the clip with the caption, Ethan responds to not dropping the iDubbbz lawsuit like he said he would. He's likely hoping to bind iDubbbz with a non-disparagement, like he has done with others before. Casey Tron, Noah Sampson. And Damar says, Dickers proving once again that he doesn't know how law works and that you can't just drop a lawsuit like you can in America. And Dickers replies with this screenshot saying discontinuance and withdrawal. After you start a proceeding, you may decide that you no longer wish to continue the action against one or more of the other parties. This is called the discontinuance. And similarly, if you have been sued and you filed the appropriate documents to defend the proceeding, you may decide to withdraw your response. This is called withdrawal. Discontinuances and withdrawals apply to both proceedings started by notice of a civil claim and to proceedings started by a petition. They also apply to counterclaims and third-party proceedings. Anissa then quote tweets Damar's post by saying, you can, in fact, just drop a lawsuit here in Canada. Everyone just makes up whatever the fuck they want about Canada's legal system. Anissa also...
Duh, who the fuck else is here? Well, you've been talking directly to me this whole time. And so referring to me in the third person was confusing. And we're also watching secondhand another show. So I was wondering. And also, I'm still so confused why the fuck you're still here. And why would you want to know my Twitch? I don't have a Twitch.
He makes a separate tweet saying, Ethan admitted he's trying to negotiate a settlement. That is not dropping the lawsuit. This has escalated to the point where we do have court dates. This is not dropping the lawsuit, and this costs money to keep doing. There are court dates. Things are filed as public record. And just the guy replies, a typical Jewry. I don't like Anissa, but Ethan is actually a crybaby snake. And Anissa says, don't post this nasty shit in my comment section, disgusting freak. Damar replies, Anissa, you're settling to drop the lawsuit. If Ethan wants, he can just go back on his word and sue you for everything you own, which isn't very much. I'd watch it, or he's going to make you apologize and kiss his ring publicly.
Oh, shit,
and Anissa
shit.
quote tweets him by saying, I forgot how stupid people are on here. Then Ethan Klein makes a post on his Instagram, also clarifying the situation, and Leia posted on Twitter with the caption, Ethan further comments on today's iDubbbz situation with their court case, and it's Ethan saying, iDubbbz lawsuit. My one condition for totally dropping it is so laughably small and easy that you will realize that Anissa and Ian are just doing this for attention. I'm going to respect the Canadian legal system and not talk about the ongoing negotiations, but if you knew what I asked for, you would laugh at how silly it is. The truth is, we already signed an agreement which they have reneged on and are trying to pull a fast one. So this hearing is for a judge to decide if they upheld.
Oh, okay. Autumn leaves. I really am confused about where our relationship stands. You confuse the hell out of me. But you're always welcome in my chat, despite your feelings about me. As long as you don't, like, call me the C word or something.
their side of the agreement. They didn't. Feeling grooved.
But yeah, I'm not on any other social media. I hate social media. So I just do the YouTube thing. I don't go anywhere else.
He also posted this on the HH Reproduction subreddit, and Bamboo Hygiene replies, "Wonder what he asked for." And BXXC says, "Squat 200 pounds below parallel." And C-Virus replies, "Not a chance he would agree to the impossible." And Woven Basket says, "Why wouldn't he do that?" And No Attempt says, "He would be so much stronger." Shoddy Prune says, "Oh, this is totally Anissa's doing, Limafau. It's so obvious Ian just wanted to be done with it. Before that, I highly doubt he personally would renege anything." And Banana Sampam says, "She was definitely punching air when Ian apologized." And Louisa says, "I imagined Ian had to strap her to the bed or something while he recorded the video." And Bumbling Cumbersnatch says, "I don't think Anissa is the one getting strapped in the relationship." There's also
Oh! Nice.
a follow-up post that was put on Ethan's story, and Fake Cakes posted on the H3H3 production subreddit.
Come on.
And it's Ethan saying, "We have a signed agreement in place to drop the lawsuit. It's already done. They completely reneged, and now a judge will decide if they fulfilled it. If the judge thinks they did not fulfill it, then they have to, and it's over. If the judge thinks they did fulfill it, then it's over. The lawsuit is virtually over no matter what the judge decides. They are being intentionally vague to make people think it's still going on when it's basically already over. Again, this is an agreement that they're already signed, and it's over a matter that is for the good sake of everyone involved. It's not an apology or demand for money or anything.
So if they already signed it, what are they waiting on? Wait, okay, so they already signed something that they agreed to, and now it's waiting for them to do the thing that they agreed to. We still don't know what the thing they agreed to. I mod for the Sam Cedar show. I can get you 100 plus subscribers, but on one condition, you have to endorse Hassan. No. I'm not that desperate yet, Sweet Pea. There's no fucking way. That's hilarious, though. Yeah, no. Yeah, not doing that.
One tiny thing that they already signed and agreed to. And Beneficial Jump says, "I want to know the thing so bad." And Dubverse the Finest replies, "I'm going to assume they can't reveal it because it's an ongoing case, but it's most likely IMO. Just that he asked them to stop mentioning him, Eli, and crew in the show in any capacity so that they can be done with each other." And Dylan Grillen says, "Nah. Ethan specifically said before that he wasn't looking for a non-disparagement thing because he wants to still shit-talk iDubbbz and vice versa." And Jay Fifth says, "The settlement negotiations are always private. Even the judge doesn't know what is talked about during them." And Still Pressed says, "My guess is that he asked Ian to leave the kids alone and he couldn't do that. Very curious to know though." Anissa also posts this Ethan story and captions it, "Okay, even I'm confused by this one. What? I don't think he understands what's going on. I'm actually kind of shocked by this."
I don't think he does
and Kilo
either.
says, "Do you know what the thing is that he's referring to at all? Did you guys sign something related to the discontinuance?" And Anissa says, "You sign off when a case is being dropped when both parties are satisfied. It's not referring to an NDA. He's basically admitted it at this point, and it is a technically public record, so I can say, yes, he was/is looking for more than just Ian's public apology." And RW says, "What is it?" And Anissa just replies with this image. Leia something and then posts this clip with the caption, "iDubbbz changed his stance/clarified his vague language yesterday on stream from Ethan isn't dropping the lawsuit to the judge has to decide to drop the lawsuit and accept our application."
Is he going to say something about the terms?
And Ian's agreed application. When in reality, Ian caused the misunderstanding yesterday because he's too stupid to understand his own lawsuits. Then people were so quick to jump on Ethan's ass. And some of y'all wonder why I am charitable towards Ethan. It's because of instances like this. iDubbbz and Anissa did this for attention because nobody is covering them right now. Like actual total fucking
I believe that Anissa would do it for attention. iDubbbz does not seem to want attention in this case. Like, I will give him that. I do not think he is interested in this drama. I think he wants out of it. I think he wants to do his own thing. I think he is over this. I think if it's true that Anissa is not that Ethan is not dropping something, that Anissa is the one that's having a little bit too much fun, maybe, with the whole thing. But I do think that iDubbbz just wants fucking out, dude. Like, you could see him talking about it, and he's just so bummed. Gotta feel kind of sorry for him.
These two are.
There's been a lot of...
I'll give you 5+ subscribers if you condemn Ethan Klein. Are you okay? Would you want would you want the support of someone who would be that much of a sellout? Like, do you know, would you do that? If you had a genuine opinion, would you give it up because someone offered you 5 fucking subscribers? Like, that would be the most pathetic thing in the fucking world. No, I'm not. I do not want to be your whore. Autumn Leaves, my love. Yeah! Go watch a song. Autumn Leaves, for some reason, really likes to stick around, despite their disagreement with my opinions. Okay, I gotta stop interacting. This is getting messy. Autumn Leaves, if you keep being weird, I'm gonna have to ban you, dude. Because it's just getting too fucking weird. It's getting too fucking weird. You're weird. You're weird.
Chatter online, so I did want to just clear.
You're welcome to, like, you know, disagree, obviously, but don't try to bribe me to get on your fucking team. Whatever that may be, that I just don't fully understand. I'm not interested, and I never will be. Liar, you said you don't pick sides, so condemning shouldn't be an issue. That is the most backwards nonsense thinking I've ever heard in my entire life. I don't think that you're actually a sane person. You gotta stop. Okay?
Up what seems like a misunderstanding that
just because I don't pick sides doesn't mean I'm a flake and a sellout. I have my own opinions about shit. Stop it. Get your shit. Get it together. Get all your shit. Put it in a pile. Put it in a mass pile so it's all together in one uniform little compartment. Get it together. Get your shit together.
Might have. Basically, in relation to the
okay, I think I have enough to actually get these guys.
Ethan
Please,
lawsuit stuff.
Please. Oh my God, they're right there.
Our application to enforce.
Okay, wait. I need to actually
and
listen
if
to this.
The judge does not side with us, then the lawsuit.
Okay, sorry. Okay, all right, I'm listening. Don't distract me. Autumn Leaves, get your shit together. I'm not playing for a sec. I gotta listen. Okay.
This clip with the caption: iDubbbz changed his stance / clarified his vague language yesterday on
just
stream
burped. I hope
from
you didn't hear
Ethan
that.
isn't dropping the lawsuits to the judge has to decide to drop the lawsuits and accept our application. Ethan and Ian's agreed application. When in reality, Ian caused the misunderstanding yesterday because he's too stupid to understand his own lawsuits. Then people were so quick to jump on Ethan's ass. And some of y'all wonder why I am charitable towards Ethan. It's because of instances like this. iDubbbz and EDSA did this for attention because nobody is covering them right now. Like actual total fucking losers these two are.
There's been a lot of chatter online, so I did want to just clear up what seems like a misunderstanding that some people might have. Basically, in relation to the Ethan lawsuit stuff, it is our application to enforce, and if the judge does not side with us, then the lawsuit continues. That's basically the way to understand it.
Oh my God, I need to listen to it. Okay, don't yell at me.
Lawsuit stuff. Clear up what seems like a misunderstanding that some people might have.
Well, I mean, I think you kind of instigated the misunderstanding, but okay.
Basically, in relation to the
there are planes constantly flying directly overhead because of the fires. I don't know if you guys saw my post, but I couldn't stream for a bit because we were fucking evacuated. I'm back home. Like, we're good now. We're safe. But they're putting out the fires, and the planes are going right fucking overhead. And my autistic as fuck nervous system has, like, a mini panic attack every fucking time. It freaks me out. And it's really scary. It sounds like the end of the goddamn world over here. I don't know if you could hear it. You might. Because the planes are literally just like, I mean, feet above my house.
Lawsuit stuff. It is our application to enforce, and if the judge does not side with us, then the lawsuit continues.
So the terms. Okay. So the judge enforces the terms. iDubbbz is saying that the judge is enforcing the terms that Ethan wants you to agree to. And if the judge doesn't agree to that, then it continues. But what I'm confused about is Ethan saying that you guys already agreed to it and signed off on it. So that's okay. I think that is these terms are the point of contention here. That someone is not telling the truth about, whether it's Ethan or iDubbbz. Someone's not telling the truth about these terms. Did iDubbbz and EDSA actually sign off on these terms and agree to do them? Or not? iDubbbz may be confused, but I think Anissa's actually smart enough to probably know what's going on. So someone's either being confused or shady as fuck. These terms are definitely the point of contention, but Ethan's saying that they already signed off on it. And so if they're reneging on that, iDubbbz isn't saying that's what's happening, though. He's not saying that they signed on anything. So is the essential crux of the situation, did or did they not sign off on these terms? I think that is the issue.
Basically, the
that is the thing that someone is lying about.
The way to understand it. That's like the simplest terms I could put it in, so that people can understand.
The girl with a microphone replies, "This is why you should probably wait to weigh in on stuff until you have all the info." Taking Ian at his word, usually a rookie mistake. And
yeah, like I'm honestly like I give Ian definitely the benefit of the doubt here. I think he's confused. Anissa, you never really know what's going on with her.
Leia replies, "I saw a few seconds of the Dynamist stream today, and it's laughable. These people are biased and cry about people being biased towards Ethan, but can't even give
Well, yeah, of course, Denims is going to hop on the negative perception about that. I mean, she's the only one who's come out on top when it comes to Ethan's lawsuit, man, because she was the only one that was... you know what? What's crazy about all these lawsuits that Ethan's doing? There's only been one person who has been smart about handling being sued by Ethan, and that is Denims. I am not a fan of Denims either. I can't stand her, but I will give her flowers. She was pretty sharp in handling this lawsuit. She is the only one out of all these lawsuits being handed out that wasn't like a deer in the fucking headlights. Like she handled it. She handled it pretty well. She handled it pretty well. I'll give Devin that. Do you root for Guam? I don't know what Guam is.
an ounce of charitable credit.
Dude, okay, so I told you I'm not big on social media. I'm not gonna get the acronyms, guys. I know, like, I'm doing a YouTube channel thing, but I'm actually not very terminally online. I'm not saying that as a brag or something. Like, I'm not cool. I don't do stuff. But I don't know who Guam is. You guys got to stop with the acronyms because I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I'm new here. Okay?
And Cody Peterson replies, Ethan doesn't deserve an ounce of anything. While
yeah, I'm on
Yearders
Monty.
says, it sounds like
I'm on
Ethan
Monty.
didn't
I'm
drop
on
the
Monty's
lawsuit
side.
like
What the
he
fuck
said
is
he
Guam?
would. There's just no way around Ethan being a liar here. And Leia says, it sounds like they are in process of dropping the lawsuit and waiting.
Okay, all right. That's another thing. If Ethan was lying, would he get in a bit of trouble for that? Like, wouldn't that be a big legal thing that he'd get in trouble for? There's no reason to hate Denims. Oh, for the love of God. Winning Ethan's lawsuit is not about being smart. It's about having money. Are you saying that Denims was being stupid? Girl with the microphone? I don't really watch her. I think I'm subscribed. I think I subscribed to her at some point. I watched like one of her streams before. I think she's kind of funny. Let me guess. You hate her because she's an H3 fan? Is that what you're gonna say? Is that what you're gonna say, Autumn Leaves? That she's an H3 fan? So she's awful and she sucks? Is that what you're gonna say? I'm starting to understand you. Starting to see where you lean.
For the judge to decide, you total sides cocked a moron. And while this
And just say girl with the microphone. Don't be fucking lazy. If you're gonna be vitriolic, spell it out like a big girl. Or big boy. Or big they. I don't fucking know. Of course you hate her. She is Sandra. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we know. You're kind of a one-note chatter, sweetheart. Yeah, thanks, Alex. Thank you, Monty, for reminding. Hey, you know, participation is participation. I'm just happy for someone to be here.
Says Ethan himself is saying there's something he needs from Ian that they're in conflict over. So clearly he has not dropped it. And I Stand America says something that Ian already agreed to and signed off on, and now is refusing to hold up his end of the deal. There's no conflict other than what Ian is voluntarily dragging out.
But,
Anissa quote,
did you guys see that though? I know you're not paying attention, but I won. I finally killed the barbarians, so did pretty good on my end.
by saying, I'm so worried about people's comprehension. It's our application to uphold the agreements.
Hassan is not going to watch me, sweetheart. and I doubt Hassan gives a shit about you either. Sorry. Hassan is a very, very popular dude. I have 1,400 subscribers, and like half of them are bots. I don't think he gives a shit about what I have to say. And if he did, I don't understand why you think you're being threatening right now. What did I say about getting your shit together? You need to stop.
To drop the suit, which he is saying wasn't good enough. We are going to court over it. It's not over. If the judge sides with Ethan, we have to continue. He is saying isn't good enough, that he in this sentence meaning Ethan wasn't satisfied, just to extra clarify. And Froggy Tonic replies, so he publicly said I'll drop it entirely, but on the private side it was conditional, and you disagreed to be bullied, and now you're trying to uphold his agreement to dismiss? What a sadist. Andrea Joanne says, yeah, it is so wild to me. Some are jumping at this like Ethan is somehow innocent. At the end of the day, this lawsuit should not have been filed at all. Ethan did it to be spiteful. He is the problem, and
yeah, that's true.
you all would not be going through this if it were not for that. End of. Anissa also makes another post saying, none of this should be happening, and the fact that people are contorting to cope is insane. Trollkin replies, are you going to do a fundraiser stream to fight this? And Anissa says no. Anissa also shows the girl with the microphone a tweet that we read earlier and captions it, I sometimes feel genuine pity for this person. But then I remember she recently uttered the words,
on YouTube,
tight,
hello.
fuckable little episode. Shut your butthole lips. And Chit Talker replies, she believed Denims was going to lose the lawsuit, showing her quote tweeting a legal mindset post where he said Denims is not only going.
Did you just call me biased? Okay, iDubbbz, it's the last time I'm interacting with you. I'm not gonna block you yet, because you haven't done something too batshit crazy, and I need chatters, even if they're a little wild, but I can't do this anymore. I can't do it. We're going in circles. This Asmongold is so cringe, like his why talking about politics and stuff when he has no degrees or anything. Yeah, Asmongold's a fucking dumbass. I don't think anyone, to be fair though, I don't think anyone with degrees watches Asmongold. There's no fucking way. He is not, no one either sane or with any kind of intellectual capacity is going to tune into Asmongold. He feeds the lowest common denominator.
To lose her lawsuit in epic fashion, but just kicked the literal hornet's nest by attacking.
He appeals to the hateful
Anissa
and the
then
stupid.
also makes another independent tweet where she says,
and the
it's
stupidly
very clear
hateful.
I've gotten very frustrated over the past few days. I am sorry if my tweet.
Oh, Anissa's apologizing? Oh, shit. Why is she apologizing? Did she get scared? Dude, you know what I wonder? If she's apologizing because she realized that she might be getting into a little trouble by talking about this too much. Because that's a little unusual for Anissa to backtrack like that. And this sounds like a little too sincere.
have caused a further confusion regarding what's going on behind the scenes. I'm disappointed in myself. I sometimes have a deep compulsion to try and over-explain. And Lil Weasel says, the goal of manipulators is to muddy the waters so you feel the need to react emotionally.
I think anyone who watches Asmongold does it because they hate something and they want to feel vindicated for hating something. Like, it's just a trough for people who are so angry at the world for not giving them everything that they want, that they need to watch someone that kind of feeds that fucking, that hateful sickness. Like, it's feeding that, it's, how do I say it? Just indulging in that kind of hateful thought process. It's feeding it. They feel vindicated. You know, they feel, and Asmongold, he appeals to those kind of people who are angry at the world. for all the wrong reasons.
To correct the record, which they use against you.
I think he's literally at me walking. I mean, he is like literally. He's messy.
Never apologize for being a person, and Tribad says, they are the manipulator, dude. He'd also posted the clip that we looked at of iDubbbz earlier with the caption, iDubbbz clarifies a misunderstanding of the Ethan Klein lawsuits, and Oriolis replies, basically Ian is either too stupid to understand his own lawsuit or he's actively
this
lying.
map is so
Neither
fucking
is a good
hard. I'm
look.
already
Bobby
broke.
John says, the misunderstanding is thanks to him. There is no doubt in my mind that he wanted people to talk about him again, because everyone pretty much forgot about him. So he was
Nah, I don't think so. Dude, I mean, okay, if people actually, okay, so we've watched what iDubbbz like says in the video. I would believe that iDubbbz is just confused and embarrassed and over it. He looks miserable. He does not look like he's having fun talking about this. Like, it does not seem to me like he's riding this wave of drama gleefully. Like, iDubbbz does want this to be over. He's never, or I mean, he did, yeah. He did get weird for a bit there with the dragon. But I think he does want out of it. I think Anissa's kind of the maybe keeping him from getting there. But if anyone's just confused, it's iDubbbz. But there has to be someone lying, because it's not like they would forget that they signed something, or Ethan would forget that, hey, I'll drop the lawsuit on these specific terms that you're signing off on. The whole crux of this thing is there is some term that they need to meet for this to be officially over. And I think it all hinges on, did they sign this or did they not sign this? Someone is lying about that.
as vague as possible to try to make it look like Ethan was a liar. The short guy Jim says, everyone's waiting for your next misunderstanding excuse, honestly. Lunarian Angel also posts a clip on Leftovers H3 with a caption, minor clarification update from Ian. Here's my best speculation on the order of events in this case. Ethan files lawsuit with basically zero knowledge of the Canadian legal system. Gets a
Well, that's not true. He literally did the lawsuit because of the Canadian legal system. Like, he discovered that there's some kind of a... I remember him talk, like, didn't he say, like, he discovered that there was some kind of thing that he could do through the Canadian legal system that enables him to sue iDubbbz? Like, I think the whole reason he sued iDubbbz was because he found some qualifier in the Canadian legal system that would let him sue him.
a backlash, realized he fucked up big time once in a...
And he has a super expensive lawyer, so that wouldn't make sense. I mean, he wouldn't be pulling through with this if he didn't have a lawyer that was egging him on, saying, yeah, man, let's get some money.
out. In the wake of Oliver Tree's death, thinks he can simply ask for an apology and drop it to save public image. Ian essentially accepts the public settlement terms and issues the public apology, doing his best to both be genuine to himself while making clear Ethan's terms. Ethan sees his chance to...
Right. I think that he said that was the whole reason he was doing it, because there's some defamation is... There was something different about it that would enable him to do it that he wouldn't otherwise if Ian was still in the U.S. or something like that. So he did know something about the Canadian legal system, obviously. And I think he also had probably maybe ill-intentioned lawyer. That's another thing that I don't think anyone has really talked about, is that, yes, Ethan is doing this because he's really, really fucking hurt about everything that's going on, which I have sympathy for. The lawsuit wasn't the way to go about it, but I do think that he was acting out of hurt because of all this witch hunt shit. But I think also what we need to realize is he's probably had a lot of lawyers whispering in his ear, encouraging him to do this kind of shit. He's a very rich man. And has lawyers that probably want to get a lot more rich, and thinking that they might have found an easy little slice of litigation to make some fucking money. And so I wouldn't be surprised if we found out that he maybe has like a kind of a set of lawyers that are just like, hey, here's an opportunity. Hey, here's an opportunity. We should do this. We should do this. I wouldn't be surprised if that's a part of it
publicly, but continues pushing for farther demands behind the scenes, hoping he can get away with forcing Ian to admit to more than is necessary, making it seem like any further actions by Ian are of his own decision, so Ethan can look like the good guy by only asking for an apology. Ian refuses. I'm
surprised, like, I haven't heard really people talk about that. As a big part of this could be lawyers whispering into Ethan's ear because they want to get some fucking money.
He made his settlement terms clear and that by Ethan's own admission, they were met, and that he can't push for further demands after Ethan made a public statement that the settlement was met. Ethan now panics that he fucked up, tries furthering the lawsuit despite this, leading to a court date so a judge can decide. Ian goes public, tells everyone Ethan didn't actually drop it, because he didn't, warns everyone it isn't actually over. Ethan sees his chance to blame Ian because everyone is calling him out, tries calling it a technical difficulty. Anissa says it isn't. This doesn't help all that much publicly for Ethan. Continues trying to blame Ian. Accidentally reveals he did have further demands, and is trying to once again shift blame by saying that Ian is the one to go back on the settlement terms, when Ethan is basically showing that he's the one who did it. Anissa.
Yeah, I know who Bad Empanada is, and I am not surprised that you also watch it.
Tweets that Ethan clearly doesn't know what the fuck is going on, but thanks to Ethan, it's apparently all her fault. In TLDR, Ethan hoped he could make further demands for dropping the suit while letting everyone believe he did it over just an apology out of the kindness of his heart. Realizes he doesn't understand how lawsuits work once again, and full-blown panics when Ian rightfully pushes to have the courts dismiss the suit off Ethan's own admissions. Essentially, we're just waiting for the courts to say whether Ethan's public statements regarding the apology satiated the terms for dropping the suit, despite Ethan attempting to negotiate further demands in private.
Go away!
And
Go
the court
away!
Titan replies,
Go away!
I'm forever grateful Ethan ruined his life, and that nobody will ever love him or take him seriously for the rest of his life. And Jumpy Razmataz says, there really should be a case study done about the sheer fucking hubris of it all. And Cold Youth says, I'm almost convinced he's
Hubris. Hubris, Internet Versus.
Consciously hates himself or something, and that's why he keeps making the worst moves possible to destroy his brand and legacy.
Do you know, hubris is ancient Greek for arrogant.
What a sad man.
That's where that word comes from. You're welcome.
And Necessary Result replies, I would if I were him. And Fire and Blood
Where'd
says,
they go?
a lot of
Did they leave?
narcissism is rooted in extreme insecurity. It is clear that Ethan has never liked himself. He used to talk badly about himself and often spoke about how Ela was his one saving grace. And so throughout his life, he tried to be the funny guy so that people would like him.
Okay,
He
yeah,
then
they
lost
just
his
wrecked my
ability to
shit and
joke
left.
around,
All right.
so he's not funny anymore. People are now actively hating him and he can't handle it.
Oh my god, I'm negative 28. How am I gonna get out of this mess? Oh my god, I'm so fucked. And they're still ruining my shit. Fuck it. Fuck it. I'm doing a new map. I can't take this shit anymore. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. I hate this map.
So he spirals and it just makes things worse. Ethan needs external validation to be happy because of his deep insecurity in himself. Without the validation, he is left to think about what a shitty person he is. Now, instead of simply not liking himself, he actively hates himself, but he lashes out at what he thinks are the causes of losing the validation he's getting, instead of reflecting on the actual cause because he
Wow, these people are really going into a psychological deep cut here.
refuses to acknowledge where all of this is coming from. Ken Jibbo also posted the clip of iDubbbz on the H3H3 production subreddit with the caption, iDubbbz cleared up the misunderstanding about him saying Ethan didn't drop the lawsuits. Too long didn't watch. The judge needs to believe iDubbbz fulfilled his end of the agreement with Ethan. If they don't believe he did, lawsuit continues. In simpler terms, iDubbbz lied. Aimless Circle says, how come with his other clip which it made to seem Ethan lied? I saw that in a half dozen subreddits instantly. With this one that clears it up, I'm not seeing it posted anywhere else. I would call
It doesn't clear it up. That's the whole fucking point. Both sides are being maybe intentionally or not intentionally vague. Nothing is clear other than there's a stipulation that is not being met, and only Ethan has referred to that and said that iDubbbz has not met that stipulation, even though he agreed to. Ethan and iDubbbz has not said anything about that. He's neither confirmed nor denied that he signed off on it, like Ethan said.
that interesting. And Opie says, because you don't make corrections in a smear campaign. And Big Guthix replies, this quote needs to be in a future Netflix documentary about snark communities. And Schmoose Tigger says, that is always the case. The retraction is seen by 10% max. Careful Gold says, was thinking the same. People love to hate on Ethan. An Aimless Circle replies, I think it's fine to hate Ethan. Just don't watch, it's not hard. With the new crowd, it's the hating Ethan by watching 20 hours of H3 content a week and bringing him up whenever they get the chance. Maybe Ethan had a bad One Wish Willow for the most dedicated viewers. Brittany.
What the fuck does One Wish Willow mean? That's a term I'm not, or an adage I'm not familiar with. Not adage. Axiom? Expression?
Yes, Vega says, too bad Ethan was already dragged over the coals across all social media being called a liar in the meantime. And let's not forget Anissa's BS lies on Twitter the whole time. Can't believe anybody would take anything that these two say seriously. I hope this lends to a judge deciding that no, they did not fulfill their...
That's another thing to think about is Ethan, okay, so if he just said, if he was just agreeing to drop the lawsuit for the sake of the people's opinions to improve of him, right? He would have had to have known that would have that this would come out. He would have had to have known that the truth would come out, right? So again, it doesn't, like, why would it doesn't make sense. Why he would lie about that? Because he knows how this all works, and he knows Ian, he knows Anissa. He would have to have known that they would say something saying, no, this has all been bullshit, Ethan's a liar. So what would be the point in trying to gain public favor if it would have just backfired on him anyway within literal weeks? Like, when did iDubbbz apologize to him and Ethan said he was dropping the lawsuit? It was a month ago, right? So he would have had to have known that would have backfired on him if he was just saying this shit, that he's dropping it, that he's gonna be humble and just leave it all in the dust or whatever. He would have had to know this would happen.
And the case should proceed. In Miserable Artist, it says, and any attempt to post correct information gets removed or brigaded. Happy Schedule says,
who are these
got, like,
bitches?
50 subs directly from lying about it.
I don't know
Extra
you.
Medium says, is he at 275 now? And Picante replies, the
I'm
Danny
watching you.
Patreon counter has got to be a farce. His partner plus API says 13 self-paying reoccurring subs. He's got some weird Oilers if they leave him strategically at 400 subs each month.
Can someone explain to me what Oilers means in internet lingo?
Chip
Someone explain to me. Thank you.
Kipling posts this clip on the I Miss the Old iDubbbz subreddit
Help
with
me.
the caption,
Help me understand
Anissa
this world.
crushes Ian's spirit about having kids again. Says the H3 lawsuit has ruined her desire to have a kid. And captions it, this is just...
Yeah. Really broke their spirit. Now she doesn't want to procreate. Way to go, Ethan. You took away her desire to have a baby.
brutal.
For fuck's sake. Yeah. I think that comment in itself, if she said that, that's proof that she's playing this shit up. She's blaming Ethan for her not wanting to have a child, for not wanting her to bring a child into this twisted, evil world.
I'll kind of speak
Oh
for
my
Anissa
God.
here and myself. We have both, like, since we started dating, we've always kind of been on the same
I mean, if that's what it takes for you not want to have a child, then maybe, yeah, don't have a child.
level of like, when we started, it was like maybe 10% want to have a
people are
baby.
funny.
5 years down the line, it was like, yeah, 50-50. We'll see what happens. But at no point in time could I have confidently said, like, yeah, 100%, never gonna happen. Yeah, maybe after we're done with the lawsuit, we'll have a baby.
Lazy public
okay, so he
replies,
doesn't
good. That
literally say that. He doesn't literally say that. Okay, I thought he was... Okay, so Internet Versus is exaggerating a little bit. Because I thought he was going to say, like, they explicitly said, because of Ethan, we don't want to have this child because of this wicked, wicked world. We could bear to stand to bring an innocent life into it. No, they're just saying that this lawsuit, if they're gonna have to deal with it for like a couple years, yeah, maybe not a good time to have a kid. Okay, so that was exaggerated a little bit. That's disappointing. I thought that would be more funny.
kid would have a miserable life with those two as parents. And Lucid Atlas said,
Right, exactly. I think that's all he was saying. Like, hey, if we're gonna have to deal with the lawsuit for the next 3 fucking years, then yeah, we're probably not gonna have a kid right now. They're not saying that Ethan's like broken their precious spirit. It's a little bit of a hyperbole there.
says, narcissist mom and pushover dad is a bad combo. And No Inspector says, oofed. You sucker punched me right in the childhood. And Ragadag Dag Ragtag says, I hope you are okay. Vastbike replies, narcissist mom and pushover dad is a bad combo. And says, Hitler and Stalin were both raised with a...
Jesus Christ. People really do take comments and fucking run with it, don't they? What am I doing? Making a presence for myself on the internet, if this is kind of shit people do. Like, it's literally, it's just... That's
narcissist
fucking wild.
dad and pushover mom. It's just a bad combo whatever way you look at it. And yeah, obviously any kid raised under the Jomas is bound to have a difficult and miserable life, to say the least. Especially with Anissa shit out a kid Joma as their mom. A shout out to our tier 3 members, internet representatives Sal Soud, Coldest Bandito, Captain Crashout, Noobster,
Right.
and Sponge.
Okay. I think we're all done with that one.